Peace and blessings, y'all. I am coming at you to do a quick Ramadan update video. Let you guys know how I'm feeling, how Ramadan has been going, what's been going on, and all of that good stuff. So today is July the 7th. It is Monday and it is almost 5 o'clock. So it is almost time for the third prayer of the day. Yeah, I have to rack my brain. Y'all have to forgive me any mistakes that I make. I have fasting brain right now, so I'm not as sharp as I normally am. So forgive any mistakes if there are any made in this video. So far so good, guys. The very first day of fasting for me was June 28th. So that makes today my 10th day of fasting. A lot of people started on June 29th, which was Sunday, and so that would make today their 9th day of fasting. Can you hear that? That's the Adnan going off. So it's about time to pray. So I want to make a quick video, and this is going to force me to make a quick video so that I can go do my prayer. So what was I saying today? Oh yeah, today is my 10th day of fasting. Now the first day of fasting, I wanted to tell you guys about that really quickly. It was June 28th, which was a Saturday, and it was not pretty at all, and let me tell you why. That night I stayed up all night. I did not go to sleep, and I knew that the next day I would have to fast, but I did not go to sleep. Why? Because I was so excited to sew this little jumper thing for me to wear. I had recently gone to the thrift store, and I love to thrift, and I found like this huge dress. I want to say it was 5X. I plan on doing a blog post on it really soon once I take pictures of the finished product. But I found this huge dress, and I really like the material, and I really like the beading on the bottom of it. And so I said, well, this is way too big for me. Like 5 of me can probably fit in here, but I can just cut it up and make it into something that I can actually wear. And so I was so excited to do that I did it all in one night and ended up not getting any sleep. Had to wake up and go to my Quranic Arabic class that morning, and like I said, that day was also my first day of fasting. So my Quranic Arabic class is normally from, I want to say 9:30 to 11, but we had 2 hours added to the beginning for like a review session. So I'm up in there early as I don't know what, sleep deprived and food deprived, because it was my first day of fasting and I did not have a proper suhoor meal. I did eat something, but it wasn't very substantial. So y'all, and it was so embarrassing because I was in class and I was, you know how you doze off and you catch yourself and you wake up. And it was so embarrassing because I never do that. And so I was like, oh my God, can people see me? Yes, they could see me because the class is small. They could see me, so it was so embarrassing. And when my teacher called on me, like almost everything he asked me, I got it completely wrong. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just want to tell everybody, guys, I didn't get any sleep and it's my first day of fasting. But of course I don't want to give any excuses, you know. So I lived through it and I learned my lesson the hard way. So guys, if you're fasting, if you plan on starting to fast, get your rest. It is very, very important. So I made it through day one, as difficult as it was. Oh, and on top of all of that, I also had to be in the sun because I had to catch the bus there and I had to catch the bus back, and on the way back it was hot, and yeah, it was not pretty. But alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah, I did make it through that day and continued to fast. The days after that got a little bit easier, but I must say that this Ramadan has been my most difficult Ramadan yet, because previous Ramadans, you know, I've gotten hunger pains and things like that, and I can deal with those. I'm actually pretty good with dealing with hunger pains, but for some reason this Ramadan, it's been more than just hunger pains. It's been kind of like a burning, and so I said, well, you know, I don't really want to deal with that. So what I've started to do is, for suhoor, I started to eat more food than what I normally would. And I'm a nibbler. My husband makes fun of me all the time. He's like, oh, you don't really eat. I do. I guess I just maybe have a small stomach. I don't know what it is, but it takes me like maybe 2 or 3 sittings to eat a regular size adult meal. I just don't eat a lot at one time. So here lately for suhoor, I had to like make myself eat more than what I usually eat, because I had to remember that I'm fasting for 15 and a half hours, and so my body needs a bit more than what it would normally get. I'm normally that girl who will wake up and maybe I'll have a date for breakfast, not in Ramadan, just on a regular day. Maybe I have like a date or a piece of fruit or even some tea, or majority of the time I just skip breakfast altogether. Like I don't really I'm not really a breakfast person. So sahur for me is something that I have to retrain myself for every single year, because I don't really do breakfast. But if I want to avoid the burning sensation, I have to tell myself, Layvon, you need to eat, eat more than what you're usually comfortable with, so that you won't have too much difficulty while you're fasting. There is a thunderstorm coming. I hope you guys can still see me. Just a moment. Okay, hopefully that gives me a little bit more light. There's a thunderstorm coming, so there was light around me, but it's gotten dimmer now. And the camera that I have is like a Sony Bloggy, and excuse me, it doesn't do very well in low light, so that's why I said I hope you guys can still see me. Where was I? I was telling you guys how it is after, how my first day was, and then the burning. Yeah, and I think that maybe this Ramadan is maybe just a little bit more difficult than the others because of the heat. It's really hot outside, and I'm not one to complain about the weather. I can be hot and I'll be like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good, but y'all, it's really hot. When I step outside, I feel like I'm stepping into my oven. I feel like a pan of cornbread or something. I'm just cooking, So I think maybe, that definitely adds to the difficulty. But I also feel like along with the difficulty comes the blessings. You know what I'm saying? Because anything worth having, worth achieving, is worth putting in some serious work for. And so I'm fasting because I want to please my Creator. I want to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I want this to weigh on my scale of good deeds so that I can have a greater chance of entering into the gates of paradise. And so if this difficulty, this being hungry, even the burning sensation, if that's going to help me increase my chances of getting to heaven, then alhamdulillah, I will gladly take on the challenge. But I will tell you guys that it is not easy. I'm not going to sit up here and put a gold sprinkles all over fasting. It's amazing, to be able to participate in spiritual fasting. It's an amazing feeling, and every day after I break my fast, I feel like I've done something amazing, alhamdulillah. But it's not easy at all. So I just, I thank Allah for the perseverance and the strength that I have to keep doing it every single day. And I commend anyone who keeps doing it every single day, because I feel like fasting is more of a mental challenge than a physical challenge. Because once you eat one day, you can enjoy that food and you feel full and you're great and everything, but then mentally you know that the next day you're going to be doing the same thing, and the next day you're going to be fasting again, and the next day and the next day, all the way for the whole 29-30 days. So it's more of a mental feat than physical. So like I said, I commend anybody who's doing it or who plans on doing it, or however many days you can. I commend you for that, because it's definitely not easy. What else? Oh, during the day. What do I do during the day while I'm fasting? I can't eat. What do I do? Well, I'm still running my online shop. I know that a lot of people kind of close down their businesses in respect of Ramadan, but I don't. I still run my Etsy shop, and I still have my clients, and I go to their house to do their hair. I'm going to the post office, shipping packages, things like that. And when I'm not doing that, I'm at home cooking, cleaning. I like social media, so a lot of times I might be sharing things. And I'm also in this little WhatsApp group where we're reading a certain amount of the Quran every day, so that we can finish the Quran within a year. And so we communicate with each other daily about our readings and things like that. So I do that, and alhamdulillah, I can read Arabic now. I cannot actually fully comprehend everything that I read in Arabic, but I can get through the Arabic in the Quran. And just a little while ago, I wasn't able to do that. So alhamdulillah, I'm able to read it in Arabic and then also read it in English. Besides that, what am I doing during the day while I'm fasting? Surprisingly, one thing that I'm not doing is watching a lot of TV. And this is not on purpose, guys. I don't really know how it happened or why it happened, but I just don't have an inclination to watch TV. And I was telling my husband, he was like, oh, it's probably because you have so many other things that are filling your time. And I think that he's right. It's just like the things that are important, they're happening, and I'm doing those, and TV is just not that important. We have DVR, so if something comes on, record, and I can watch it whenever, so that's something that I'm not doing, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself, mashallah, for that, because I feel like TV, depending on what you're watching, it can be it can really dumb you down, and it can be a waste of time. So sometimes, you know, I like my junk TV. I'll admit that, but for this time right now during Ramadan, I think that it's good to kind of stay away from that. So you know, I'm pretty happy, mashallah, that I'm not wasting time watching TV, and that I have more important things to do to fill that space where I would probably be watching TV. And I think that pretty much sums it up for my Ramadan update for this video. What I did want to do is just tack on a quick, it's not really a question and answer, well, I guess kind of a question and answer, but it's only one question. So one question and one answer. I had a sister who contacted me on Facebook, and you know who you are, assalamu alaikum, and she wanted to know if she could still participate even after she accidentally broke her fast too early. And so I told her, yeah, you know, mashallah, you can definitely still participate. In Islam, we believe that if you are fasting and you truly accidentally eat too early, then that is a mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alhamdulillah, and you can continue to fast. Now there's a difference between accidentally breaking your fast and purposely, or just not fasting at all and pretending, because you have some people who will pretend to fast in front of their family or their group of friends or whatever, and behind closed doors, you know, in the restroom in the corner, they're eating a biscuit or something. That's not accidental. They're just not fasting, you know. So that, you know, that doesn't count. Even if you say, oh, I really want to fast today, but I can't make it through, so I'm just going to eat throughout the day and tell everybody I'm fasting. That doesn't really count, you know, sorry. But it does happen where sometimes people accidentally eat something or accidentally drink something, especially during the beginning stage, the first few days of Ramadan, because you're getting into the groove of fasting, and so it's very easy to forget that you're fasting and accidentally pop something into your mouth. Or let's say if you're cooking, and this almost happened to me one time. I was cooking while I was fasting, which is hard for me to do because I cook for taste. Like, I try to follow recipes, but I'm always tweaking recipes and adding this and adding that and then tasting it and, you know, that. And so I was cooking something, and I think I got something on my finger, and I was like, oh, I'm fasting. So, you know, alhamdulillah, I remembered that. But sometimes, you know, you forget. And so if you truly forget and you eat something or you drink something, you know, just take it in stride and continue to fast that day if there's still time left. And definitely continue to fast throughout Ramadan the next few days. If it's truly accidental, it does not invalidate your fast whatsoever. It's a mercy from Allah. You should see it that way and take that mercy and just keep on trucking, honey. So that was it for the answers to that question, and I believe that's it for this video, guys. Y'all know if you watch my videos, I try my best not to make them too long, but I'm always talking, so I'm gonna cut it off here. So hopefully this won't be some 20-minute long video that you have to sit through. Thank you guys for watching, and if I did not cover anything, if you have any questions about anything specific that I do or don't do during the day while I'm fasting, if you have questions about what we eat in the morning, suhoor, what happens at iftar, after we break fast, whatever. If it's not too personal, I will do my best to cover it and answer it for you in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Peace, blessings, love, and light. God be with you. Bye.